Alright, it's day number 32 of my accountability to myself. I didn't become a billionaire over the past night, so let me just go through the day, what happened. Because today, by the way, I had a test, an accounting test, and I got kind of good result, 7 out of 10, including that I was preparing. It's a good result. And even several days ago, before preparation, I wrote down that I have to get 7 or more, and 7 it was like the bare minimum. So I got this, and it's pretty good because in general we had lots of formulas. We had to make some calculations, and I didn't make any mistakes in those calculations. And I fucked up only with questions when I had to answer true or false. So I definitely cannot rely on lucky in this life. And that's why I'm trying to change something, to implement something useful in my life, hopefully changing myself as a person in terms of discipline, managing time, and so on. So yeah, it was the first thing that happened to me in the morning, and after that, I don't know, it took lots of time because I went to the gym. After this, I went to buy some groceries, and after this, I was cleaning my room. After this, I had lunch, and all those things took almost 4 hours. Then I had 20 minutes more before I had to go to university and to had a lesson. So I managed to overcome my perfectionism, and I picked a book and I read it for 20 minutes, which is horrible for me because if I got used to read for 30 minutes, I cannot allow myself to read for 20 minutes, but I decided 20 minutes is definitely better than nothing. So I was reading for 20 minutes, and then I got my stuff and went to university. And I had 3 hours lesson of economics, which is pretty hard. And by the way, one of not really pleasant things that happened to me per day is my condition in terms of being sleepy. I literally slept 7 hours and a half, which is prohibited for me when I'm sleeping less than 8 hours on regular basis for the several days in a row. It's horrible for me. It's horrible. It beats me so hard, and I'm so sleepy. So I barely stayed awake during the lesson. And after this, when I returned home, being hungry, I managed to force myself to study 1 hour of economic, then 1 hour of French, and then even 20 minutes of English, which was kind of hard because if I could choose, of course I wouldn't do this. But if I'm gonna ask myself what do I want to do, what I don't want to do, instead of just executing tasks that I have to do, most likely I won't be able to change something in my life, because in those very moments when you don't want to do it at all, but you can overcome, you can step over yourself, over your brain. I don't know how to say this, but you can go against your desire. And in my opinion, it's something powerful, but I'm not sure I will be able to do this for the long time. But not gonna lie, I not really often have lessons when I return home so late, and basically I was studying today only for 2 hours 40 minutes, which is not really good, but including that I had 3 hours lesson, I had a test in the morning, and then I spend 4 hours doing some minor stuff as gym, groceries, lunch. It's not bad. It's not really bad because I'm trying just to analyze the whole day, and I realize I don't have a moment when I lie on my bed and just watch reels. I constantly do something, whether I need it to survive as eating, which is also necessary, includes that I'm going to the gym, for example. I'm not craving this food during the whole day, so I could eat twice per day, which would save me some time. But since I'm going to the gym and I need to grow my muscles more because I want to press 120 in a bench press, so I have to eat, and I have to eat a lot, and eat a lot takes a lot of time. So yeah, it's infinity circle. I guess that's all that happened to me per day. I have a counting test in 4 days, so I'm gonna prepare. Even though I passed this test pretty well, I have to get the maximum that I can get during the exam is 14 points, but I need only 7 to pass it. And honestly, I'm aimed just to pass it. I don't want to get the highest score. Of course, I'm gonna prepare to everything. I'm gonna study it to do my best. I'm gonna really make every endeavor in this case, because I was studying it really hard over the last week. I guess I spent in total about 20 hours studying accounting, and I'm gonna spend about, I guess, 6-9 hours more because I don't have that much things that I have to study, but still tomorrow morning I have to wake up and I have to study, and it's almost 9 p.m. and today, as I mentioned, I was studying for 2 hours and 20 minutes after my lesson when I returned and when I was hungry, and I'm still hungry, but I'm recording this video. And I could study for 1 hour 20 minutes more to execute everything I wanted per day, but it's not really smart in terms of managing my time during this day, because if I'm gonna study till 10 p.m. as yesterday, I will go to have my dinner. I will finish it maybe at 11 p.m. After this, I need to brush my teeth. I need to write some things, for example, like schedule my day for tomorrow or something like this. And as a result, I'm gonna fall asleep at 20 to 30 p.m., maybe even midnight. And I cannot sleep till 8 a.m., not because I don't allow myself, but because my circadian rhythms don't allow me. So just my sleep times that I can shift, because I got used to wake up at 7:15, 7:30, and I cannot sleep longer. So it's an investment in tomorrow to wake up at 7 a.m. to study, then to go to the gym, and stuff like that. Yeah. And I'm realizing it's probably one of the hardest and one of the serious approaches being disciplined and being accountable to myself to this extent, because it's not the first time over the past year, 2 years when I'm trying to do this, and I always not really failed, but it wasn't really successful every time when I had, in most cases, when I had this choice between studying and relaxing, I was choosing relaxing, relying on myself like I'm gonna study later, but as a result I was overwhelmed by dopamine and I didn't even start. So yeah, and now it doesn't work, because in those very moments when in the end of the day I'm sleepy and I wanna eat. And the only thing when I take off my backpack, the only thing I want to do, lie on the bed, just to check my social media, something like this. But instead of this, I sat on this chair, I opened my laptop, I opened my notebook, and I started studying. So I guess in those very moments, I can really overcome this and just get used to such decisions, because it's really hard to do for the first time, for the second, third time. Number 30 might be even hard, but after this, it's getting your life, because you don't even think anymore. You are doing this automatically, and it's one of my aims that I want to achieve during this challenge of my accountability, to be able to do what I literally need over short-term pleasure and cheap dopamine. Alright, basically that's all that I wanted to say, and I realized I didn't really show for the long time what do I have. I mean, like this. It looks like this. So I'm executing pretty well all the tasks I have to do, all the tasks that I have to do per day, but still not perfect. Yeah, I have something to work with. Alright, that's all for today, and without being said, see you next time.